And I hate when you have unnamed sources. If you're going to say something that bad to disparage a kid, put your name on it, first of all.
My biggest problem with it is obviously the anonymity of all of the comments and all of the quotes and all of the things that we have had reported, whether it was Josina Anderson around the combine, recently with this quote from an offensive coach who says he's entitled, who says he puts the blame. I watched Shedeur Sanders get damn near killed for 2 years at Colorado, and I never saw him berate a lineman on the sideline. I never saw him cuss or scream at a coach.
Now listen, I understand Cam Ward is a phenomenal talent. Okay, we'll give you that. But the Giants trading up 25th for Jackson Dart, down to Dylan Gabriel, the Oregon Ducks, drafted over Shedeur Sanders. Are we serious? Let's not mistake that this man was the most accurate quarterback in college football last year. Let's not forget the fact that this man is a Johnny Unitas Golden Arm recipient in college football last year.
He has a resume that validates and backs up his confidence. And so I'm getting angry because young black man, highly successful, highly accomplished, an incomparable, impeccable pedigree, is entering the NFL, is considered easily one of the top 2 quarterbacks entering the NFL draft. We hear about his lack of mobility, lack of arm strength, whether or not he can make the requisite throws. Oh no, we're hearing about his attitude.
Let's not overlook the fact that he has transformed 2 different programs over his 4-year college degree. And he's been a 4-year starter. This is not about football. This is about the fact that a black man has confidence, swagger, and the last name Sanders.
For Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders, all I can say is I think it's disgusting. I don't understand what the heck's going on with this. 5th player on my board. It's never happened before in 47 years where a player that high has dropped this far into the 4th round. A quarterback that's sitting there in round 4 with other quarterbacks being taken who aren't as good as Shedeur, aren't even close, in my opinion.
You're the National Football League. Clearly, it's not about talent anymore. It's about something else.
Why are you the only kid they hate on? Why are you the only kid in the draft, potential first picks or whatever pick, that they hate on? Why are you the only one?
Because you prime time.
And I'm going to tell you, I spent a large amount of the last 24 hours thinking about nothing more than I was thinking about collusion. Because how in the hell does 32 teams in the National Football League pass on a quarterback that was universally recognized as one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the country entering this draft, and 32 teams passed on him, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 different times they passed on him? How the hell does that happen?
What up, my beautiful black people? Welcome to Black People Politics Network. I'm Mr. Red. You don't have to watch football to know what happened this weekend to one Shedeur Sanders, son of Deion Sanders, one of the NFL's most great football players ever. This topic is so important because we see it happen all the time. The NFL is a microcosm of what is going on in this country. Whenever you have black men who achieve higher things, society tries to push those black people down, tries to push black men down particularly. It tries to humble a black man, put a black man in his place, because this is what the game is about. Because we can't control you. Because this is proof positive that us black people need to continue to work to improve our own lives and have our own things. Because as long as you have a league that is 80% made up of black men, but no black owners, no seat at the table, we'll never be able to affect the change that we need. And what happened this weekend was a perfect example of why. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
I think Shedeur Sanders' security makes a lot of people insecure. No question. I think Shedeur Sanders realizing, wait a second, I've made money before I got into the NFL. Wait a second, my pops has already taught me about the value not only of money, but the value most importantly of myself. Shedeur Sanders has realized, wait a second, who are you to dictate how I should feel, how I should think, how I should act, and how I should move? Furthermore, apple, tree, it don't fall far from it. Who you think his dad was? Remember 1989, the New York Giants wanted to interview Deion Sanders. The New York Giants, they simply said, hey, Deion, we want you to take this written test. Deion said, why am I taking a written test? The Giants said, well, we make all of our draft picks, potential draft picks, take it. Deion said, hey, where do y'all pick at? They said, in the 17 range. Deion Sanders said, oh, I'm going to be long gone before y'all ever pick. And he walked up out the room.
You know what's funny? Archie Manning basically micromanaged Peyton and Eli's early careers. And everybody was like, man, what a supportive dad. He told the Chargers to straight up not draft Eli or he wasn't playing. That was cool when he did it, but it's different for Deion. Shedeur and Deion LeBron have a similar vibe? Suddenly, it's danger. Don't draft him. Is it just me, or is there a slight double standard happening here? What's the secret sauce that the Mannings had that the Sanders family's missing? Besides, not being Mannings. Different rules for different dudes, apparently. And you can't tell me that it's ego, because Baker Mayfield and Johnny Manziel also had ego, but that didn't stop teams from drafting them in the first round. So I'm curious to what it is exactly, other than some form of railroading or punishment for Sanders just simply taking advantage of the gifts and the advantages that he was given.
It's the fact that you don't have to make Shedeur. It's the fact that he's his own man and he's his own brand. He understands his value and worth, and that intimidates people.
If you black and you confident, you know where you come from, you know who you are, you know what you can do, and you don't need nobody to pat you on the back to give you the confidence. They hate it.
I found out early in my football career that the line between cockiness and confidence is all subjective based on anybody's view. So, for example, I remember at Oklahoma State in the weight room, when we would break it out, I would scream, I would be so lit and ready to work out, and my coach would pull me to the side and say, like, why you been such a distraction to the team, and why do you always need the attention on you, right? And I was just ready to work. But when the white quarterback did it, and he screamed before the workout, and he was so lit and ready to go, oh, nah, he's just a great leader, and he's so pumped up, and they just love his energy. So if I did it, it was a problem. When he did it, it was a positive.
Even our own people be ready to kick us when we down. Shannon going through a little something, and I don't know what's going on. But look how many of y'all happy to see Shannon go through something. I'm praying for all my brothers out here, man, because we all got a wave to catch. It's enough for all of us out here.
And it's a lesson to be learned with life. The fact of the matter is that anytime you understand who you are as a person, and you're not willing to accept less, and you're not willing to let people play with you, and you are confident in your abilities and your character and who you are, there are weak people that will be offended by that.
So this thing that's going on with Shedeur about the cockiness and the arrogance, I'd much rather somebody shine their wrist to the crowd than what Baker Mayfield did when he grabbed his nuts and looked into the crowd. That's his competitive nature. But Shedeur is arrogant.
Your confidence, your work ethic, your success will irritate.
Now y'all see why they want the black father out the house. Black fathers are a threat to the United States of America status quo.
Look at me. You know I love you, right? You love your dad?
Yes.
You love your mom?
Yes.
It's okay to love both of us. You hear me? You don't have to love me and hate her. Or love her and hate me. You don't have to. It's okay. I love all my kids. The love I have for you is special, baby.
Why?
Nobody could take it. Because God created you separate. You're your own entity, baby. You are Shedeur Sanders.
Don't you like everybody the same?
I don't like everybody the same.
So you like Shao less than you like me?
I love all y'all different. I love different attributes that you have. You're my son, dude. You got a wonderful, giving, loving, caring heart. That's who you are. I miss you, boy. Come here. You're a good kid. You got a great heart. Don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's ridiculous.
One of the King had a dream and it changed the world.
It did. He ain't get no tattoo.
Whoa.
What I'm saying is, I'm just coming to you as a man. And I'm coming to you as a father. Show your armpit. But I'm coming to you as a father. No.
Whoa.
Look at this. This is beautiful shit, man. You see all this power right here? This is what black fathers do. Create powerful situations. All these men got power, major power. You feel me? They got down their control of their own destinations. They own their own shits. They own their own names and their own titles and stuff.
What do you remember about your draft?
We weren't going to be broke no more. My mother would not have to work another day of her life, and life would never be the same. That's what I remember. But I wanted to be the greatest. It wasn't about the money. It was about being the greatest and being dominant. Because when you're the greatest and you're dominant and you perfect your craft, the money's going to find you. You don't ever have to chase money when you perfect your craft.
Deion Sanders gave the entire world a free class in economics. Deion Sanders, I would suggest he don't move the needle. Deion Sanders is the needle. Average home ticket prices up 285%. Come on, man. They've sold out the stadium back-to-back seasons. Hadn't done that in 27 years prior to Deion Sanders. Sponsorship revenue up 40%. Admissions applications up 20%. Black applications up 50%. And admissions, as far as it pertains to acceptance, up 3.5%. Television ratings have increased by as much as 50% in certain time windows. Deion Sanders, he does not move the needle. Deion Sanders quite literally is the needle, but he gave us a simple microeconomics course. You eat what you kill and you bet on yourself.
They got enough control in each situation in their lives and in their kids' lives. This is a threat to the American status quo, the black father.
What I do not like about Shedeur Sanders dropping in the draft is this. It had nothing to do with talent. It had nothing to do with character. Shedeur showed confidence, swagger, and aura. The same swagger and aura that the players walked across the stage during the NFL draft. Suits loud, moving like stars, but when Shedeur did it, it was a problem. It was never about how he played. It was simply a power move by the owners. This is a quarterback who anchored 2 programs, went 23-3 at Jackson State, led them to the first ever Celebration Bowl appearance, and he did it twice. He revived Colorado from dead to competitive in just 2 seasons. He also broke over 100 records and finished as one of the most decorated college football quarterbacks in history. So you want the truth? It was never about Shedeur Sanders, and it was always how they felt about Deion Sanders.
Shedeur, I don't care where you go. Wherever you're going, I'm buying your jersey, but this ain't about football. This is about a young black brother that don't need nobody else to brand him, make him who he is as a man.
You next. God is the greatest. God is the greatest, man.
Shedeur, I hope that you take the Cleveland Browns to Super Bowl 60. And as a matter of fact, I hope that every single team that passed up on you in the draft this year has to watch you win this season over and over and over again against them. And there's nothing that they can do.
I told y'all for my birthday what I wanted. Shedeur, here it is.
Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Herman.
Oh my God! No way, we got. You called that too, though.
I hope you show them that it is not necessary to be humble to win.